Real Stories Tapes True Crime is your new true crime podcast fix. In our first season, we'll explore suspicious deaths at a California hospital and a skydiver landing dead on a suburban driveway with a bag containing guns, drugs, and night vision goggles. To join our investigation, search and subscribe to Real Stories Tapes True Crime on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you find your podcasts.
For 6 years, Alison Lalic has been hunting for her children.
I remember his words so well. He said, "Alison, you have to forget about your children." You know, I could not believe he was saying those words.
Now she's staked everything on one last journey to get them back.
I've been out to Bosnia 3 times looking for my children. The situation out there, it's so dangerous. People keep guns. You know, if they saw me on my own, they wouldn't hesitate maybe to use them. You're just so vulnerable and, you know, you need the help of others.
Donya al-Nahi, British Muslim and mother of 4. To Interpol, she's a child kidnapper. To Alison, she's her last hope. Donya has a reputation for snatching back children abducted overseas when the courts have failed to get them returned. She hopes Alison's daughters will be next.
I think that these doors are perfect because at home I know from experience when you're getting kids in and out the car, it's easier with a sliding door.
That's right, yeah.
And if there's any traffic that by chance could be passing, you're going to be throwing them in like that. Not literally, but, well, maybe. Right, let's get going. It's a cheap, crap car. If you go with a brand new car, it's going to stand out like a sore thumb, especially with foreign number plates.
6 years ago, Alison's ex-husband, Ramiz, abducted their 2 daughters to Bosnia. Alison believes the girls have been told their mother is dead.
Part of me is a little bit scared how the children are actually going to react to me. You know, I am worried about that. I mean, it'd be wonderful if I saw my children and they recognised me, you know, and they came running to me. I don't think they will run away. I think they will just sort of be quite sort of shocked to see me, you know, and maybe they'll just think, wow, you know, is that really Mummy?
Alison hasn't got her children back, even though British and international courts have said they should be with her. Interpol issued an arrest warrant for Ramiz, but for 6 years he has evaded the authorities and prevented all contact between Alison and her daughters. The law is on Alison's side, but in practice, it has failed her. Now Alison is taking Donya to where she believes Ramiz and her daughters are living in secret. They intend to snatch the girls off the street and give them the chance to go home.
The children believe that I'm dead. My little girls are going to bed of a night time, thinking that their mummy's dead. That hurts me knowing what they're going through, my little girls. Believing that their mummy is dead. You know, we're not going to see mummy again. That's what hurts me the most.
For 4 years, Donya's been snatching children for mothers like Alison, who've been failed by the law. She doesn't take money for her help. She does it on her own terms. Her technique is to get in and out again as discreetly as possible. Stay just 3 days in any one place. Any longer and people get suspicious. Before dawn tomorrow, they must put their plan into action.
Hiya, you're up.
Yeah.
Brushing your teeth.
Yeah, brushing my teeth, yeah.
Okay, I need you to be really quick. I think we should, as if we're driving, just pull over about 6:45 and have something to eat in the car or pretend to have something to eat. So if we do get stopped, we're just tourists and we just stop for 10 minutes rest. If you see 2 girls that you believe and you think are yours from a distance, we're just gonna have to take that chance. You're gonna know, but I've got no idea. Only from the photographs, so it's up to you. Everything's in your hands now. The possibilities are that we are gonna get arrested. I mean, we don't know. So you're gonna take all these consequences on, okay? And you're happy to do that, you're sure?
Yes.
The plan is for Alison's brother, Darren, to be the getaway driver.
Are you worried about that drive back? Yes or no? It's really important, this. Do you think you can do that drive back?
Well, if everybody else... If the kids are seen going into the van, there's going to be some commotion.
Yeah, I know. Are you going to be able to drive that van? Leave the children to me and Alison. Are you going to be able to drive that van without panicking?
I don't know what I'm going to think, to be honest.
You don't think you're going to be able to do it, do you?
It's difficult to know.
Just a minute, please, Alison. Do you think, because you're putting us and the children at risk here, if you can't do it, you have to tell me now. It's
I
going to
just
happen.
feel like we've only got one chance at this, and if it's messed up, that's it. We can't.
Well, it won't
can't do
get
the
messed
next.
up. If we just listen and we do things sensibly, it will not get messed up. I think we should make a move. We haven't got much time. Okay, I want to be there.
I'm quite happy to go for it now. Yes. You?
Do you want to go and get your shoes on then?
Yeah.
Come on, we've really got to go. We haven't got time to fight us.
The van is heading for Ramiza's remote home village of Izachich on Bosnia's northwest border.
The plan is to wait in a van near to the school, take the children. Once we've got the children in the van, then I can sit down and talk to the children and explain to them what's happening, what's going on. I know it's going to be very traumatic for them. I'm not only doing it for myself, I'm doing it for the children as well, because they have a right to know who their mother is. And they will learn the truth then. I know deep in my heart I am doing the right thing.
It's here. Here it is here. Yeah, turn it round so that you're ready to leave. Do you understand?
The van is parked on the road Alison's daughters would have to take to the village school. Alison may only have a few seconds to identify them as they walk past.
What time is it now? 25 to 7. All right, you've got a little while.
They start school at 8, don't they?
No, Alison, you look up that way all the time, but don't make it obvious.
All we need now is the children. Probably have hats on, won't they, and scarves, and they'll be wrapped up. 7:25.
So we're leaving their house about now.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Coming down towards me now.
That'd be about her age.
Yeah, about that age.
Yeah, that's the age you're looking at. She's about 11.
But not, no.
Keep the curtains closed. Keep the curtains closed.
There's a girl coming down now.
Just one girl?
Yeah, your side.
My side?
It's definitely wasn't the kids.
That little girl walking down there with a hat, did she look like her?
No, I think I saw that girl. Where's the girl now? You see the girl, or do you see the pink jacket?
She's gone.
Where's she gone?
They risk detection if they stay any longer. They return to the hotel.
It would have been wonderful, wouldn't it, just to see the children. Just to see them. I know I'd recognise my own children straight away.
Okay.
Even if they've got hats on, I would recognise them. You know, because I'd recognise them. You know,
Well, let's not talk anymore because someone's sitting on the table.
yeah. Would be, how can Ramis be so cruel? How can he? You know, how can he do this? How can he just explain?
Do you know, even if we make a stink here and they know we've been here, the kids are bound to find out that we have been here. They're going to know you've come. You know.
You know, like, how can people be so cruel? No. How can they deny a mother of their children? They're my flesh and blood.
I know they are. I know that. They'll only ever have their mother.
They think I've got no feelings. You know?
It's not the children,
They
it's
think
him.
I've got no heart. Children are everything to me.
Nobody thinks that about you. Everybody knows. Everybody will know how much you love those kids.
My life is nothing without my children. For 6 years, every day just existing. Being patient. I get fucked off. You know, I'm just scared I'm not going to see them for a long time.
Don't give up.
No, I'm not giving up.
Don't ever give up.
I feel determined.
Well, then we're here and we'll do it.
And, you know, we'll do anything.
Izachich, home to the Lalic family for generations. Alison believes Ramiz and her daughters are hidden somewhere in the village. But Ramiz has married again to a local woman and the families have closed ranks. On 3 previous occasions, she's gone with officials to confront them, but come away empty-handed. Alison once caught a glimpse of her girls, but that was only in a photograph she found in a neighboring village.
When I've been out there in the past to Izachich, I've always felt so much closer to my children. You know, I've just felt like sort of inches away from them. I just feel so close that they are there. Because it's such a close-knit community. And that is the problem. People say they've seen the children, but as soon as the Bosnian police are involved, you know, they're scared, you know, to reveal anything.
One of Ramiz's brothers is a local policeman, and Alison no longer expects a warm welcome in Izachich. It's a sad contrast to her first visit 13 years ago.
In just a couple of weeks, how can you begin to understand a country whose people live in 6 republics, speak 4 languages, and use 2 alphabets? No, perhaps the best thing to do is to just sit back and relax and take Yugoslavia as it comes.
In 1989, Alison and her sister went on a package holiday to a place that was then called Yugoslavia. Alison was just 23, and she couldn't even find it on the map.
The holidaymakers drift back to their hotels, leaving the old streets to the young men who come out to sing.
I mean, I went on holiday really just to forget about men. One evening we went to a local disco and that's how I met Ramiz.
They married in January 1990 and lived with Ramiz's family in Izachich for 6 months. Then they decided to move to Britain. They bought a house in Liverpool where their daughters Samantha and Rebecca were born.
He was a good father. He was a very good father. You know, he really doted on them.
But in 1992, civil war broke out in the former Yugoslavia, and Ramiz's brothers fought on the front line. Ramiz began to rediscover his Muslim faith. Islam and his daughters became the focus of his life. They divorced in 1995, and Alison got custody of their children. Ramiz was allowed frequent access and holidays. In 1997, he took Samantha and Rebecca, then 5 and 3, to see his parents in Germany. They never returned. Ramiz had taken his girls home to Izachich.
I phoned every day for must have been about 4 months, pleading with Ramiz, you know, please can I speak to my children? Eventually, after that time, he agreed. But then, you know, the children had forgotten their English.
Ramiz has erased all traces of his daughter's British past. No longer Samantha and Rebecca. In Izachich, they are known as Aisha and Sophia. After a second morning of fruitless surveillance, Alison and Donya decide to go straight to the village school. This will blow their cover, and Ramiz will soon find out that Alison has come for her daughters.
I'm Alison Lalic, Aisha and Sophia's mother.
Jel znate Sofiju I Ajšu Lalić? Sofiju?
Sofija. Hoćete kafu da popijete?
Ne treba, hvala.
Provjerim, ćete vidjeti.
Thank you. Oh, I think it's going to phone the father now.
Yeah.
That means the children are here.
Desna?
Now you want to be careful they don't go out the other door.
Problem. Ja sam mislio da Lalića ima, a vaše djece nema, čak i nisu ni počeli nastavu.
Aha. Still, there are some Lalić kids here in this
Can you
school.
ask him if I can look around the classrooms?
Aha. Može li ona poći u taj razred, taj 5.
Now?
He leads them to a Lalic cousin, Ramiz's niece.
This is Ramiz's brother's daughter.
Where?
We won't say anything. We just want to know if they're okay. Can she give them these toys? I'll you give this to Aisha and Sophia?
Hoćeš li ponijeti to da dadneš Ajši i Sofiji?
Yes, give them.
Neće moći vidjeti, može ona to dati, ali ona ne može vidjeti jer niko za to djete stvarno ne zna. Ona tu ne zna malo.
The teacher says no one knows where the kids are, so...
Isto ide.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Told to shut up.
She knows. She's scared. She's scared. We saw the brother's daughter there. She knows where these kids are. She knows.
The principal, he left the office for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. That would have given her enough time to take the children out of the classroom. In the car, gone. Maybe we're all being watched. You call me paranoid, but just got this gut feeling that everyone's covering up. Sides of everything. Makes a lot of sense. So it's
The school caretaker has let Alison know that he is prepared to talk to her. Her elder daughter was at the school, he says, but is there no longer.
So, she was here for, I think, not really that long. I think only for a few months.
Plakati, fine strukture, vesele nisu, tužne. Ja ću telefonom javiti.
The very moment he finds out, they hear, he's going to let you know.
Imam telefon, ja ću javiti isti stopa.
Thank you. Hvala vam. So, she's probably sat on that chair or... So this is really the nearest I have to my children because, walking around the school, sitting on the chair, and maybe her picture was on one of these walls. Her name was in the register, and so this is probably the nearest thing I have to my children is this school. That's mum that was here.
The people at the school seem to want to help. Can they really be lying to Alison? Or has Ramiz taken the girls into permanent hiding? There's only one more place they can look. Before news gets back from the school, they must go to the Lalic family home at the edge of the village. Ramiz could be concealing his daughters in the very house where Alison lived as a new bride. They've decided that someone from the film crew who speaks the language should go with them to translate and keep an eye on them. Alison sees a face she recognizes. Safit, the brother closest to Ramiz. If anyone knows where Ramiz is hiding, he does.
Donya, Alison.
The children may even be here. Ramiz's brother, Safit, has reluctantly shown Alison and Donya into the main family house. But there is no sign of Ramiz or of Alison's daughters.
No, I'm really desperate to see my children. I have toys.
Ona je očajna da vidi.
I wanted to give her that. You see her? That's her favourite bracelet. And she had that teddy bear. That was her favourite teddy bear. She was crying. And that is her favourite doll.
Kaže, ovo su njihove omiljene igračke.
Children. Surely you can understand that as a mother.
Ona samo hoće da vidi djecu i nada se da to razumijete kao...
She just wants to visit them, just to see them. She's happy to come here with the brother. We're happy to have no problem.
Da.
On zovne nekad. On zovne nekad. Ja nemam njegovog broja.
He's saying as far as contact with Ramiz goes, he occasionally calls. The brother doesn't even have his phone number.
Is he living here in Bosnia with the children?
Da li živi u Bosni s djecom ili negdje drugo?
To je...
Are they safe?
To je 100% da on nije ovo.
It's 100% that he's not in Bosnia. He's saying.
Zovne 3-4 mjeseca, ono javi se on.
He left 5 years ago, but then he calls every 3-4 months.
What country does he think they're in? I mean, he's the brother. I find it very strange.
He knows where they are. He's not prepared to tell us.
Okay.
Zbog svoje sigurnosti.
Da.
Ja ne mogu ga tvrditi 100% da nije ni u Bosni.
Da.
Znaš, ali...
He says he can't be 100% that he's in Bosnia because he doesn't have a phone number. He doesn't know where they are. He can't say 100% they're not in Bosnia.
Mogu mu ja prenijeti.
They're expecting, because it's month of Ramadan, they're expecting Ramiz to call in next couple of days.
Eid is on Friday.
Čaj pitao.
Samo čašu vode, samo njoj.
Please.
I want to see my children. I have these photographs of my children. I can't touch them. I can't see them. I don't know if they're happy or sad.
As on her previous visits, Alison faces the prospect of leaving Izachich without answers. For 6 years, the family have refused to tell the authorities where Ramiz is hiding. They've refused Alison's repeated pleas. But this time, there is a way of getting at the truth. We continue recording secretly in Safit's house after Alison has left. Despite saying he has no number for Ramiz, Safit calls him immediately. Safit and his wife discuss what Ramiz has told them on the phone. Safit's daughter comes back from school. The family makes a number of calls to Ramiz over the next few days. They're all to the same international code. Ramiz has defied Bosnian and British law to keep his children. Now he's taken refuge in a country where the law is on his side. The Islamic Republic of Iran. The news presents Donya and Alison with some difficult decisions. Even in war-torn Bosnia, the central authority upheld Alison's right to custody. But in Iran, religious hardliners run the courts. Under Iranian Sharia law, a father is the legal guardian of his children. Alison has virtually no chance of having her daughters returned by the Iranian authorities. can it be right to submit the girls to an illegal and dangerous journey out of Iran?
I'm desperate to get the children out. Normally I would go in like a bull in a china shop and I'd have those kids out. But in her situation, if she goes in and snatches those children, the after effects, it's going to be terrible. A year ago, I was arrested in Dubai, trying to get a child out of Dubai. And it's something that I never want to happen again.
This kiss first. Give us a kiss.
I pined for my children, desperately pined for them.
I love you.
I was away from my children for 7 weeks, and it felt like 7 years. So I really have to be very careful now.
The first child Donya removed without the father's consent was her own when her first marriage ended. She'd since got children out of Turkey, Iraq, Kurdistan, Tunisia, Egypt, Morocco, and Libya. Smuggling children out of Iran would be the hardest yet. But Alison is impatient to get out there.
It's wonderful, fantastic, you know. Right now, after 4.
We have now found where Ramiz is living and have photographed the children.
That's definitely Rebecca. I recognise Rebecca. Samantha looks different, though.
Well, she would after 6 years, sweetheart.
I can't believe she looks really tall. She looks the same height as me. But my children are taller these days. I'd say 100% that's Rebecca. 98% it's Samantha.
Okay. Are you willing to take that risk and go all the way there to see?
It is them.
It is?
It is them. No doubt about that. It's quite hard, really, because you've got the photographs now. You just want to go and see them, and you want to touch them and cuddle them. And I don't think they really look that truly happy on these photographs, really, because I mean, they're not smiling on these photographs. Samantha's frowning a lot. So maybe she's not really happy. She doesn't look happy, really. She looks actually sort of, because the photograph I found on, the photograph I found in Boston, the black and white photograph I found in '98, I didn't look very happy on that. And I thought it was because it was a black and white photograph. But, I mean, they're not smiling on these photographs either, though. Yeah, Samantha's frowning all the time, so it's like something's troubling her, or she's confused, or... I need to see them, I need to talk to them to know if they're happy, because these photographs just tell me that they're unhappy, and I need to find that out. There's just so much going on in my mind. I don't know what is the right thing to do. Seeing the photographs of my children now, I really want them back with me full time.
Just put them in a place where no one can touch them, where he thinks they're safe. But I just think he's got a bit of a shock coming to him in the next few days.
The trip to Iran will go ahead, and as soon as possible. Donya and Alison will travel without the protection of the Foreign Office, who have admitted that an official approach would tip Ramiz off. For anonymity, they apply for tourist visas. They sense that in Iran, a British mother's rights don't amount to very much. Alison's plans have narrowed to a single strategy. She must see her children and let them see her. Only then will she know how to do the right thing. But in Iran, even approaching the girls without their father's permission is illegal. She and anyone with her could be arrested. So the person it's most dangerous for her to see is her ex-husband, Ramiz.
Shit, there's Ramiz! Fuck! Shit. I just seen him with a briefcase. Shit, I've seen him. I saw him, it's definitely him, on the left-hand side with a briefcase, beard. He hasn't seen me.
Ramiz has done well in Tehran. He has university accommodation for his Bosnian wife and daughters. He holds no teaching qualifications, but his neighbors know him as the Bosnian professor. Over 2 days of surveillance, Donya and Alison have worked out Ramiz's timetable, but they have yet to see the girls. And in the weeks since they've been found, Alison's daughters have only very rarely been sighted outside the apartment. Access to them is not going to be easy. And if Donya sticks to her own rules, tomorrow is her third and last day in Tehran.
It's just going to be the temptation. I don't know whether I can... The temptation is there just to see them. Right, I'm just going to knock on his door and see the children, and that could jeopardise everything. That's what I'm frightened of, doing the wrong thing.
Tomorrow, if you're with me, you're not knocking on his door. If something happened to you in that flat, we wouldn't have any idea about your safety. What would we do? Phone the police? Oh, my goodness. They don't even know we're here. If she was inside a house with her ex-husband who's got a violent past and he's really, really going to be pissed that she's going to be here anyway. You know, you've got one up on him now. You really have got one up on him. You've found him in Iran.
Overnight, there has been a fresh snowfall. The roads are almost impassable, but the weather works in their favor. Donya goes into a second car to watch the back of the building. At 6:15, Alison sees Ramiz leaving the apartment.
It's his type of walk. You can tell it's him, the way he walks. Hello. Hi, I've just seen Ramiz. Yeah.
I'm just going to follow him and see where he goes. You stay where you are.
All right, see you later. See you. Bye, bye. Hello. Hiya.
Hi, it's me. We followed him all the way to work.
That's good. That's good.
He had to get 2 buses to get there. Even if someone does alert him, it's going to take him ages to get back.
Especially the weather's like this. It's really good. great now. I just feel really like he's gone to work and I feel I've got all this control, I've got this power. And my children think, they think I'm dead. Little do they know I'm sitting here in a car, yards from them. I want to get out of this car now and I just want to go in there and see them. First thing they're going to do, I'd imagine, is look out the window and say, wow, look at all the snow. So the friends will call for them. We'll have snowball fights. I feel so happy. I know I can't take them away, but just to have even 5 minutes with them would be absolutely fantastic. It would be really great to have just 5 minutes with them.
The severe weather means an impromptu holiday for many of the local children.
It's me. You stay in the car and I'll go and start a snowball fight with those kids. Hopefully the girls will come out and join us.
If I could get Samantha and Rebecca into the car and talk to them. And I've got Samantha's bracelet with me. So when she sees that bracelet, she'll say, I'm sure she'll remember that bracelet.
I've seen your girls at the window, but they're not coming down. There's a little Pakistani boy that speaks English. He says the girls don't come out much, but I'm going to try and get him to go and knock on the door. I'm going to try and get them to the courtyard. Just give me 5 minutes. The girls are here now. They're definitely them. They're wearing the same coats as the ones in the photograph.
The back by the courtyard. I've got to be very strong here. I've got to be strong for them. I can't break down.
Quick, get round here now.
I got Samantha's bracelet with me. I showed it to her, and she looked very, very frightened. And she got this big snowball, went to, throw it to me. but she did it with, there was just so much anger there in her face. You know, not seeing my children for 6.5 years, like somebody had ripped my heart out. And it's like somebody had just put my heart back. For the first time, I felt like a mother again. I felt the first time like a mother.
There is no more talk of snatching. Donya's 3 days are up.
Airports, you know me for airports. I've done enough damage in my life at an airport.
She knows that her record for child kidnap could be a liability for Alison if they are caught together. She is returning home to her own children. But Alison sold her Liverpool house to finance this trip and has nothing to go home to.
It's ringing.
Hello?
Hello? Hello, želim da govorim sa Ramiz.
اشتباه گرفتید.
Ko je to?
بله بفرمایید.
Ko je to?
بله شما چی میگید؟
Aisha? Aisha? Sophia?
بله.
Hello? Hello? اسمم یه Alison?
اشتباه گرفتید دیگه مزاحم نشید. بله بفرمایید.
Aisha, volím telefono. Volím telefono.
چی؟
Volím telefono.
اشتباه گرفتید دیگه مزاحم نشید.
I love you very much. Oh, why's she putting the phone down all the time for? Somebody's telling her to do that. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, želim da govorim sa Ramiz? No. If that is you, Ramiz, I realise now I'm not going to get the children back, but I will drop all the court papers and give you half the money from the house if you come back to Bosnia with the children, and if I can see them 3 times a year. Hello?
وش